Hey everybody, welcome to the PISSEDRHINO show. It's been a while since I've made a recording on here on YouTube, so I want to thank all my YouTube subscribers for hanging in there and waiting for updates. So the reason I've been so slow is I've been waiting on parts. This is only due to my lack of decision making. So I've got a lot of the parts in. I've got some of them installed. I want to show you what's installed and what the plan is, so you understand the entire build. It's coming together, so we're very close. I mean, if I wanted to, I could finish this in one day. But I don't want to, because I want to take my time. Every tiny piece is being meticulously gone over, sanded, deburred, everything. This is going to be as close to a perfect build as I can get for now. So let's dig right in, guys. Let's get started. So first thing you can see is I decided to go with two motor supports. And the reason I did that was once I did this, my motor doesn't sag anymore at all, and I'm left with a perfect mesh. You can see I can spin it. There's no hard spots. And what do I mean by hard spots? So when you're putting your gears in your vehicles, there are times, depending on the size of your motor and the quality of your motor mount, that you can spin this and it'll spin just fine for a while, and then it'll come to a hard spot, like it's really hard to turn it, and then it'll free back up. And what that is that means that the diff, spool, whatever you're running, and the motor shaft are not parallel. So let's say the motor shaft is moved a little bit down. So now when you get to a certain area, when you move this and down becomes right here, it'll be stiff, hard to move. So if your motor is properly supported, mounted in a good, high quality motor mount, you buy high-end spool or diff, and then you have good gears, because gears can be off-center too. I've had several gears that have been off-center, and that causes the same thing. It'll be tight in one spot and loose in another, and that's just not good. It's not good at all. Especially when these are turning, I don't know, what, 30,000 times a minute, something like that. So by supporting this motor and by having a proper motor mount, I have perfect mesh all the way around. There's no tight spots, no hard spots, nothing. So that's why I'm being meticulous about this build. I want it to be as close to perfect as I can get. You can see here, I think you can read on the motor. Yeah, right here at the top says Perfect Pass RC. So these are their new gears. Very high quality, made properly. I have 4 of them, and they're all centered perfectly. I couldn't be happier with them. So thank you, Perfect Pass, for coming out with gears. Now, I don't know if you've seen, but Raz posted a video online yesterday or today, and it shows tons of new Perfect Pass parts. Tons. So be on the lookout for that. I have a feeling I'm going to have to build an entire Perfect Pass build, which is going to be awesome. As you know, a lot of their parts, their new parts, are coming in chrome. So you're going to be able to get them in chrome. You're going to be able to get them in black. And then you're going to get them, you can get them in brushed aluminum, I think. Something like that. Or raw aluminum, I'm not sure. But, so be on the lookout. All the parts. I mean, he's basically, you're going to be able to log on to Perfect Pass's website and buy everything you need for a 200 mile an hour car. So that's going to be awesome. Just awesome. One thing I have added is the spool. This is a Ram Jam spool. This is the extended version. Again, it's just smooth as silk. Very nice spool. It's the first time I've had this one, so I'm very happy about that. Very cool. Next, you will see these little nuts right here. And what I've done is I had these titanium guards, sliders, whatever you want to call them. I had them laying around like I do tons of other parts. So I went ahead and installed them. I don't know if I like the area, but I'm definitely going to have them. I also ordered the screws that normally hold on the front bumper support that are titanium bottom. So I'll have 4 titanium rods bottoms here to protect the front. I've also got the skinny middle titanium piece coming. I'm probably going to have to drill some holes, which is fine, but it's going to be mounted right here. And then these, I'd like to move them further back. I mean, maybe I just put one right here and turn it around. I don't know. I'll have to see how far the back diff cover comes out. But I'll figure it out. But the whole point is to have titanium pieces all around the bottom to keep it from getting all scratched up the very first time. Now it's going to get scratched up. I get it. That's part of it. I hate that part because what I build, I think is special. I don't know if others do, but I think it's special, so that I really would rather keep it in one piece. All right, so next, there's been a change of plans on the, by the way, let's throw this on here real quick. This is going to go either here. So you go from here to here. I'm going to have to add a spacer. Actually, the screws are down here, so probably not. Or I can put it like this. I think that's the best way. So, as long as I'm not hitting the drive shaft, that'll be mounted like that. I'll turn the servo horn to the front. Or the side. I'm not sure. We'll figure it out. I do want to show you. This is the Perfect Pass RC servo, monster servo. It comes with the free aluminum Perfect Pass servo horn. It's brushless. It's a true 56 kilogram torque. And the speed goes down to like 0.07, I think. 0.06. But that is their servo. It's awesome. I've got it in a few of my other vehicles, so that's why I've got it for this vehicle. One thing I'm going to have to do is, like I started to say, I'm going to have to make this setup a little bit different than normal due to the way I want to run everything. So I'm going to put this here. This covers up my Perfect Pass motor supports, but still, it's a great place for it. This, we're going to turn around like this, and we're going to mount that right about here. And then the gyro will go in the front, the receiver will go in the back. I don't know, one way or the other. As you'll see very shortly, Perfect Pass RC is coming out with a new gyro. And I know a lot of people probably don't know this, but if you're driving a speed run car or a drag car, they need to go very straight. One way to fix that is by adding in a gyro. So instead of compensating for a drift, it compensates for everything so that no matter what, it's going straight. So they're definitely a must-have for speedrun guys or drag guys. I've got, I put a gyro in the dual motor Spectrum build, and it works fabulously. So can't wait to get a Perfect Pass gyro in here and see how well it works. They're in testing right now, but they should be posted here in a day or two. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, so this is how it's going to be set up. Now you say, well, where's the batteries going to go? You only got one spot and you're trying to run 8S. That becomes the problem, right? So I only have this area to put a battery. So what I've got to do is I've got to run an 8S battery. One battery, big battery. And I've found some that are 150C. I know that SMC hasn't made any 8S batteries. So I'm kind of stuck. I could stack 2 4s over here, I guess, if I had to. And maybe that works too. I don't know. It's just my MAH is got to be a lot lower if I'm stacking 2 of them together. But I'll try and get that figured out. So either I got to run an 8S, stack 2 4S's. Not sure yet, but one of those 2 is the only 2 options I have. So I have found an 8S charger that I think I like. It's one of those ISDTs or something like that. IDST, ISDT, I don't know. Anyway, so I might buy one of those and a couple 8S batteries and just see what I think. I guess that would work in all my other 8S vehicles too. Like the dual motor, the dual TP power motor, carbon fiber Infraction. I can just run 2 batteries instead of 4. But anyway, so that's the plan. That's how I'm hoping the layout is. Now, one thing for the body. I've been going through this over and over and over of what I want to do for a body. So my choices are the blue Corvette, just like the dual TP build. I have a dome body that needs to be painted. And I actually bought some paint for it, but I'm really considering returning the paint and just going with the third option, which which I am dusting right now because it's been sitting. This was supposed to be the body for the dual TP build, but I got that Corvette body and it ended up looking really good on there, so I kind of left it. But I could always put this back on that build and then run this on the dual TP motor one. But this is the body I have. It's dusty, so don't actually. Yeah. So that's it. It's kind of hard to see being that close to it. Great looking body. Brand new, never been used. It's a drag car. It's kind of got a drag wing on it. I don't know. I mean, I love this body. Don't get me wrong. It's just, I don't know if I need something different for the drag strip or if this will be okay. But why don't you guys let me know what you think? Should I run a bubble body or the dome body, sorry, the Corvette body, or the Infraction flame job body? Let me know what you think in the comments. If you guys want me to run the dome body, I'll paint it somewhat and stick it on here. If you like the red flame truck, I'll be glad to use that one. Or if you think I should go blue Corvette, which is a standard pre-painted body from Proform. I'm not sure, but it's the blue one like you've seen before on my other build. So, but yeah, so that's the plan. Is it a good plan? I don't know. I'm not 100% sold on it, but I don't really have a choice. If I want to get everything to fit right, I'm going to have to do something creative. So that's what I'm trying to do, something creative. And I think that should do it. What else? The only other thing I can think of is showing you the front end. So you guys have seen when the front end and rear end look like this. Just got the spool in there, pre-assembled as far as I could really go. But I took the front end a little different. So the front end is put together. It has the scorched arms. It has the perfect pass hinge pin mounts. It has the perfect pass upper hinge pin mounts. You see the PP there. Listen to all the slop. It's zero slop. Let's hear the bottom slop. Also, zero slop. Let's hear drive shaft slop. Barely anything. And I think that's probably, yeah, that's, well, what the hell is this? So I think that sloppy here is just this. Yeah, no slop at all. None. The axles are titanium from Ram Jam, scorched arms, VITAVON hubs, VITAVON diff cover, Ram Jam input shaft, ram jam, locker, perfect pass, front plate, perfect pass shocks, and these are the scorched arms with this setup here. So it's tremendously stiffer. So that is set up. I haven't read the instructions, but I think I set up the rockers correctly. I got them centered. And to me, that seems like that's how you would want them. But if I need to fix it, I can. But yeah, it's kind of beautiful, ain't it? Oh, we also have Ram Jam wheel hubs with nuts. These are titanium. So titanium, titanium shock mounts. And I think that's it. But everything is done here. So basically, I can grease it up. I can take out these 4 screws because I have to do the mount for this upper bracket. The upper bracket actually screws into these 4 holes, so I got to remove those for the time being. Connect it up here in the front, connect the steering linkage, and this thing, the front end is done. Oh, I got to figure out what I'm supposed to put on the shocks here. Oh, shit. My shock covers. Duh. I always forget about that. Damn it. I've done that on every build. So you got slop here, but that slop is taken up by the shock covers. And I have perfect pass covers that need to be installed. And that'll take care of that issue. Duh. Sometimes I feel like I'm just asleep all day. So we got the motor and drive line set up. We've got the front end set up. Now we got to do the back end. Then we got to do all the other little stuff. And then we got to do electronics. And then put the body and wheels on. So I need to know what body we're going to use. By the way, these are the titanium drive shafts. Very light, very nice. These are also by Ram Jam, if you didn't know. Any titanium pieces I run on my vehicles, it's always Ram Jam. Always Ram Jam. Perfect pass for as much. Normally I run perfect pass arms, but this time I wanted to try these scorched ones. Otherwise, it would have the perfect pass arms on it. My next build, I'll probably do perfect pass again, because I don't know if you have perfect pass springs. I think that's enough. I think it doesn't need the lever action unless you're using stock shocks. It almost seems too hard right now, so we'll see how I end up doing with this. But the next build's probably going to go back to perfect pass. Plus, since they're making all these other parts, I'll use as much perfect pass parts as I can because I love them. Everything's been quality. Everything scorched has been quality too. But they're across the pond. They don't. I don't know. I think they charge a little too much for their stuff. But if you don't mind that, they do make good stuff. So don't get me wrong. But I have a great relationship with Perfect Pass. Their products are damn near perfect, don't have issues, so that's why I like them. As far as motors, new motors, the only problem with new motors is they're so damn expensive. That one motor there is like $470, $480. Compared to a TP motor that you can get for $230. So it's hard to justify the new racing motor compared to a TP just alone on price. On performance, I think new motors are much stronger, but I don't know if they're double the price stronger. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'd like to try Cordova maybe, or I don't know, somebody else. I don't know. I just don't know. If you know of good motors that you've liked, big ones like this, speed run or drag car motors for a 1/7 scale, post them in the comments. I'll look into whatever you guys post, and maybe I'll find something I like better than what I have now. So, all right. So I guess that's it. Because after all of that, I got to mount the wheelie bar, but I'm not going to do that till last. I think next step is install the servo first, because I want to see how that looks. Get the front end installed, but I'll probably build the back end first. I'll build the back end, get it good to go, and then I'll mount the front and the back to the chassis and marry it all together. So that would be the plan. And I hope you like what I'm doing. The whole point is, I'm not selling you anything. I'm happy seeing whatever builds you guys come up with. But my builds are, I'm trying to use the best of the best for these builds so that they're special. You know that when you see one of these builds that it is absolutely full of the best parts you can buy. And I don't use any stock parts. There are 0 stock parts in my builds, except for the dual spectrum motor. And that one was done on purpose. That was a cheap build, cost-wise, but to get high speed. So, what else? So, when you see these builds, you'll see that they're just full of quality parts. No junk, no Amazon parts, nothing like that. I was going to use Amazon parts on this, and I tried, but they were the links. I bought Amazon links, and they were garbage. So they look great. I thought they'd be nice, but they weren't. So, and I'm not looking, like I said, I'm not selling anything. I'm doing this for my own benefit, my own joy. And the reason I use all the most expensive things you can buy is because when I was a kid, I was poor, like most everybody in the United States. But I was poor, didn't have any money, pretty much my entire childhood. And until I got my first job in college, where I was actually making good money and going to school at the same time, that's when I started buying toys and stuff like that. Not toys, mostly audio equipment, but But now I'm older. I'm retired / disabled. And I have nothing better to do with my time. And I have the ability to buy all the best parts. So that's my whole reason for PISSEDRHINO show. Just to show you guys what I'm into, what I'm doing. And if you had no budget, what you could build. And that's what I'm doing. So any build you see of mine, I don't have a set budget unless I say this is a cheap build, doesn't cost much to get a lot of power. I do that sometimes, not a lot, but that's just as fun as building these expensive ones, coming up with new ways to make them better. I mean, that's always fun. Problem is, I can't see buying a stock RC vehicle and modding it. Because if I mod it the way I want to, I'm going to change everything on it. So I don't buy RC vehicles. I make them. I just, from scratch, make them. And I said there won't be any stock parts in this. Well, I lied. The only stock part, maybe, if I can get it to work, is the rear diffuser. I bought one of these just so I could see if I could get it to fit. I don't know if I will be able to, but if I do, I think it would look good on there up against like the Infraction body or the Corvette body. I might not put it on there if I use the dome body, but anyway, it's something else I'm looking at. All right, I think that's it for today, everybody. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you probably middle of next week. I'll do another video showing you where I'm at and what I've done. Also, if you're interested, I am live streaming what I build. So you can get on to TikTok and watch me just building, putting this together. And matter of fact, I'm going to do that right after this, I think. I'm going to try to. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going to have to move the camera somewhere else. But we'll see how it goes. So that's the plan, guys. You have a great weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Be safe. I know some places have a lot of snow. We have a little snow, but nothing on the roads anymore. But be safe, have fun, and we'll see you here next time on the PISSEDRHINO Show. Thanks, everybody.